The story starts off in 2019 with an influential essay called Protocols and Not Platforms, written by Mike Wasnick. He talks about moving from a centralized social media platform toward a more open protocol. Now, what does this all mean? Let's start with the word protocol. It's a set of rules and approach which points out how a data is arranged, transmitted, and received between different devices or systems. Basically, an instruction on moving data across, such as the flow of email was through SMTP or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and the World Wide Web through HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And the early days of the internet, there were many of these different types of protocols, but as it grew and new protocols being developed, it was hard to build new features, keeping track of items, and to make everything more profitable, as most of these protocols would have been built by the community. So over the years, it has been moving more towards the control platform route, where a single entity controls the build and upgrades to have these things shipped out quicker and to grow its users. Since it's controlled by a single entity, they have the power to filter or moderate some of the information. The essay goes into detail of these topics, giving arguments from both sides. Where platforms might make things easier to use and monetize, but it also goes over protocols on having more freedom for the user to have more control of their data and the ability to build on top of the system. Basically, give me a Lego set so I can build Batman how I would like to make it. And also a different approach to monetization, pushing more towards the protocol side. Definitely a good read and reference in the description. Now, why was this essay important? Well, this was the first initial building block of Bluesky. This led to the connection between Jay Graber, CEO of Bluesky, and Mike Masnick, author of Protocols and Not Platforms, now a current board member of Bluesky. During 2019, Jack Dorsey, who is a co-founder of Twitter, was trying to fund a protocol to run for Twitter. In 2019, Jay was a centralized social network researcher. Jay messaged Jack about being interested in the project. For a year and a half, the Bluesky project was just a chat room filled with Jack, Jay, Mike, and others. However, after some time, Bluesky became independent, then became a contractor to build the atproto. Now, as of now, Bluesky is completely independent. The underlying building blocks for Bluesky is interesting. Bluesky can be seen as a microblogging application where you can talk about different topic areas and share your posts to other users. Creation of user handles are pretty cool. User handles are unique identifiers of a particular individual on a digital platform, basically an identity for yourself. Bluesky uses two names. First, a display name, which can be anything such as my Lego set, and a handle, often prefixed with an @sign. In terms of Bluesky, it uses a DNS domain name as handles. A domain name is an address which is readable to humans that points to a location on the internet, basically similar to your license plate. Examples as such: weather.gov, google.com, like a website. When users first sign up, they can sign up for a subdomain of Bluesky Social for free. If the user owns a domain name, they can claim it as their Bluesky handle. For organizations or people that already have well-known domain names, it can make it easy to verify authenticity of the Bluesky account, such as New York Times handle is at nytimes.com. Basically like Twitter blue check mark, but better. Users also have the ability to buy a new domain name within Bluesky. The app protocol architecture, the foundations for Bluesky's decentralized social networking is the atproto, or Authenticated Transfer Protocol, which is a decentralized social networking protocol. This protocol supports multiple social modes, meaning you can create another microblogging style forums or other social applications with it. You have some examples such as Flushes, which is basically a sticker to share if you went to the bathroom or not, which is built by the community using our protocol, which is pretty cool. Also, we have user repositories, which is each user has a personal storage which contains records of all their actions such as posts, follows, likes. However, only the user updates their own repository, such as if you follow someone, that information is stored in your storage. Let's say you want to backtrack to find all the people you follow. That will require indexing of the content of all the storage to track back to the location. So if we want to kind of look into the whole landscape of how the data is stored, how the data moves, and how you can create your own one, we've got this paper, which is Bluesky and the App Protocol, a usable decentralized social media, where it talks about the general bits of Bluesky. It gives you a breakdown of what it is, how it's doing it, and it's just a pretty cool paper. But let's focus onto this particular one, where mostly it looks into the main services involved in the Bluesky, and you get to see how the data flows between one system or one way to the other. So like this, we have kind of some data which is hosted in Bluesky, which you can see on the top left. But if you want to kind of make your own self-hosted one, you have the ability to do so. You can see it at the bottom side. And along with it, you can create your own alternative view. If you don't want to see the same thing in the Bluesky app view, then you can create your own custom one, like a custom app view. And you can also create a custom feed suited for yourself as well on both sides, which gives a pretty good freedom for the user or the developer to build on top of things. Won't go too much detail into this, but it was stated that this design decision is similar to workings of the hyperlinks on the web. An example, if you have a Lego website article which points to different links, you can pretty much go to those different links from that website. But to find out all the different websites which point to the Lego website, it would need an index of the entire web which points to that particular Lego website. Currently, this is done by the search engine, so cool, don't need to worry about that. Next, we have a personal data server which holds the information of repositories and media files. Lastly, most of the social media platforms want to pull people in and don't want people to leave the platform. So when you have links directed to another source, there tends to be kind of a down rank to it, as it would cause people to move away from the app. And it's been stated by Bluesky that they don't down rank links, which is a good thing as it allows more information flow to get to the answer that you want. Bluesky is still at its infancy and is showing a good possible alternative to X or Twitter, giving more freedom and choice to its users on the creation of custom feeds and ability to self-host. It also brings back the old vibes of old school Twitter. Whilst growing its user base substantially, there is still a disconnect between all the social media platform alternatives such as Threads, X, Bluesky, or Mastodon, as there is no consolidated place and users are moving between different applications, since most of the members they follow might be in one place but they might not be in the other. I think as Bluesky grows and attracts more people, it does show promise of being that one consolidated place we need, but for now, it's time to scatter.